Hi, my friends. This is once again Mad Mac Broadcasting. Today we have a new episode of Deep Dive for you. As the name suggests, we dig deep into a specific topic. Today we have our two music enthusiasts, Soulfly and Dave, who, as always, will introduce you to an unknown band. So, let's hear what they have to tell us about the German band, Duck Sound Residents.
All right, so for this deep dive, we're doing something a little different.
Different how?
Well, instead of digging through research papers or news articles, we're tackling a band called, get this, Duck Sound Residents.
Duck Sound Residents. Okay, I'm intrigued.
And get this, our only source, their website.
Wow, talk about a deep dive. We're going in blind.
Exactly. It's like we're musical detectives trying to solve a mystery wrapped in an enigma, all with just their digital footprints.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
What we've got, what's the first clue?
Okay, well, first impressions, their website is, it's something else.
How so?
Well, we've got home, then about us.
The classic website conundrum. It's a little rough around the edges, which, to be honest, isn't uncommon for smaller bands.
Yeah, I can see that.
They probably pour most of their energy into the music, not so much the website design.
So let's jump into what really matters, right? Their sound, their About Us page. Get this, it's in German. And it describes them as, well, I'm just going to give it a shot. Das Badische Power Trio Duck Sound Residents.
Hey, I applaud the effort. For those of us who don't speak German, that translates to the band from Baden, the power trio Duck Sound Residents. And power trio, now that's a term that carries some weight in music.
It does. What's the significance?
Think about trios known for their raw energy, the incredible chemistry between just three musicians. Cream, the Jimi Hendrix Experience, bands like that. They rely on that tight-knit synergy to create a big, powerful sound. So these Duck Sound Residents, they're setting the bar pretty high with that label.
Wow, big shoes to fill. But then they describe their music as hard to categorize. They throw around stoner rock, blues, even crossover, and a little jazz. Oh, and they say they play both short, punchy songs and long jam-style pieces. It's all over the map. So are they musically gifted or just musically confused?
Now that is the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right.
Blending genres can be amazing when it's done right. Look at bands like Faith No More or Mr. Bengal. They weave together all sorts of styles, and it's brilliant.
Right. Those bands are amazing.
On the other hand, it can also be a sign that a band's still experimenting, trying to figure out their own sound. And this is where it gets really interesting.
Go on.
They mention covering artists, from Frank Zappa to Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Whoa. Okay, on one hand, covering legends like that takes some serious musical chops. But doesn't that make you wonder about their original stuff? I mean, are they just borrowing from the greats, or do they have their own thing going on?
It's a valid point. It's common for bands to pay tribute to their influences through covers, of course. But finding that balance between honoring the legends and forging your own path, that's the real challenge.
For sure. Now, even though my German is a little rusty, there was this phrase that popped up a few times that I kind of like. Spielwitz? Spielfrei?
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
That translates beautifully to joy of playing or exuberance in performance. It's about that pure passion for making music.
Right. And they emphasize that feeling even with this, shall we say, minimalist website. Speaking of which, the rest of the site's pretty standard media, social links, your typical band stuff. But those book now buttons everywhere, without much context, that's a choice, right?
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting detail. Could be they're just really eager to get out there and play live. You know, maybe their focus is more on that live energy, that connection with the audience, than on a fancy website. Maybe the sparse website is deliberate, letting the music speak for itself.
So are Duck Sound Residents musical masterminds? Or are they just a glorious musical train wreck waiting to happen? What do you think?
Honestly, with the little we have to go on, it's impossible to say. That's the beauty of it, though, right? The mystery remains. The only way to know for sure is to actually hear them play.
Exactly. If you're curious to hear these Duck Sound Residents for yourselves, we've got links to their music in the show notes. Give it a listen and tell us what you think. But for me, I can't help but picture it a dimly lit club, a crowd buzzing with anticipation, and then bam, Duck Sound Residents take the stage. Is it going to be musical genius, a complete disaster? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, it would be a night to remember.
Feel free to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and WhatsApp. Just send a hi to info@macardis.de and we will provide you with the links.